Hello, North and loyal viewers everywhere.
And welcome to another edition of Night's News. I'm Julie Cheatham.
And I'm Michaela Zierung. We have the news that matters to North.
So, let's go!
Have you ever had a serious sports injury?
Luckily, I haven't.
Well, in our first story, Laylan and Jada talk about the healing process and how it's both physical and mental.
Hi, I'm Jada.
And I'm Laylan.
And today we're doing a video about
How athletes' injuries have
affected them.
Landon Dolville Jr.
I'm Gina Roscoe and I'm a senior.
My name is Michaela Campbell and I'm a senior.
We asked these athletes 4 questions: when and how they injured themselves, how long they are out for, and how this affected their athletic careers.
I play football and lacrosse. I injured myself last week against Grant, and I was running the ball and I got concussed.
I do cross country, volleyball, basketball, and track. I got injured in volleyball and tore my ACL a few Saturdays ago.
I play basketball and soccer. I injured myself in April during a soccer game and I tore my ACL, MCL, and meniscus.
I'll be back next week.
I'm going to be out for months, probably until like June, May.
I'm out for probably 9 months.
It sucked because I couldn't play against Central.
This affects my athletic career because it'll be mentally and physically challenging, but after I'll be stronger.
Recovery's been a hard process, but I'm really excited to get back on the court.
I'm Jada Kim.
And I'm Laylan Chanel
Signing off.
from GNHS-TV.
Thanks, Jada and Laylan.
You know what's a really underrated part of our school? The courtyard, and yet it seems so underused.
You thought the same thing, so he decided to explore why.
Good morning, Grays Lake North. I'm Q Atkinson, and I've got quite the tantalizing story for you today. Ever wonder why the courtyard's been such an absent figure this school year? Well, I've got the answers directly from Dr. Roscoe and Mr. Chagrin. I'm here today to ask you about the courtyard remaining closed and if you have any plans on opening it in the future, or like how does it tie into the your future vision for the school?
I'm glad you asked. If I can rephrase your question, I think you might be referring to sort of having an open courtyard during open campus times, during night's block and during lunch. There's 2 pieces to it, but first I'll say that the courtyard is not closed. We're utilizing it as a teacher space, so any teacher that wants to bring their classes down to the courtyard, they can. What we have changed is the ability just to have an open space for anybody to go in there whenever they want. So I'm going to start with lunch. We wanted a place for kids to eat outside, right, when it's nice out, and staff. So we moved the outside portion to what we're calling the front yard, which is that courtyard outside of B162. We had some issues with the courtyard being open for lunch last year with students wandering throughout the building. In addition to, personally, a lot of trash being left in the courtyard. It's a beautiful space. We want to make sure it stays that way. But we did provide, again, I think a very similar setting to the front yard by B162. There's a new structure this year for Knights Block, right? Students can earn a Knights Pass to be able to walk around campus, go to the hub, sit in the soft furniture, which provides many areas for kids that don't go home or don't leave campus during Knights Block, just to hang out, chill out, do some homework, or if they just need a quiet space. So the new structure allowed us to reserve the courtyard strictly for that teaching space.
The only piece I'll add is that we got a lot of teacher feedback requesting a place where they could take their classes outside, as Dr. Roscoe mentioned. So again, this is that emphasis to make sure that there's an alternate learning environment, and the courtyard can be that space for any teacher that wants to take students outside.
I hope that interview with our principals helped shine some light on the current lack of presence the courtyard has and helped inform some of you viewers, but enough from me. See you in the studio.
As we head later into fall, that means winter sports are preparing for their seasons.
Vanessa tells us what's going on with our wrestlers.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Alvarez, and even though after-school fall sports and activities aren't everyone's schedule nowadays, we have some coaches that are already looking far into their future seasons.
On September 19th, Grizzly North had their first open mats as a way to kick off the preseason for wrestling.
All right, do you have any goals for this upcoming season?
I want to place in state this year. Working out, running a little bit in the mornings and during the club.
Do you have any words of encouragement for people who want to try out wrestling?
Just do it, really.
Many came in support, whether if they've never wrestled before or have wrestled in years past.
Probably the most we've ever had at open mats. I think we had 11 or 12 girls and 18 to 20 guys. So it was really good open mats. I was surprised by the numbers, but really encouraged. We really don't have any seniors this year. We might have 1 or 2 seniors on the team. So we're just still kind of trying to rebuild because we had 2 seniors last year, boys, 2 senior girls. We have 3 senior girls this year and 1 senior boy. So we're still just kind of rebuilding that. But we should be a lot more competitive this year than we were last year with a lot more guys in the varsity lineup for sure. If you're not doing anything in the winter, just give wrestling a shot. I know it seems to be really difficult or too hard, but we like to keep it light. We like to have a lot of fun, and it really challenges yourself both physically and mentally, and might get you outside of your comfort zone.
All right, well, that was your little update on future sports here at North, and once again, I'm Vanessa from GNHS-TV, and I'm signing off.
Hello, this is Jared, and I'll be interviewing students with ADHD and how it affects them on a daily basis.
ADHD is characterized as a disorder that has an attention difficulty, hyperactivity, and impulsiveness. I interviewed Kathleen and how it affects her on a daily basis.
It affects me in school a lot. I struggle to turn in assignments on time. I have to have accommodations for basically everything. Along with my anxiety, I have to have headphones in at school. I have to have I have an IEP, right? So the IEP helps a lot. It's really hard to focus with ADHD, and it's unfortunate to have such a good support system because a lot of people don't.
After interviewing Kathleen, I interviewed Mason about how he was diagnosed with ADHD.
Diagnosed with ADHD, and I've had it throughout my life. It's affected me throughout my schoolwork, with having troubles with concentration, but I take medication. The medication does have symptoms where I don't want to eat, so I don't always eat, and I become malnourished sometimes. But I always get through that by just taking the medication before I eat.
After hearing the stories with ADHD, it's quite difficult to pay attention to class and how medicines can have its side effects.
This is Jared Naval, GNHS-TV.
And finally, you ask people what they eat in the morning.
Yep, in the spot night.
Hi, this is Michaela. I'm here at school. On my way here, I just realized I didn't eat breakfast. I guess I wasn't hungry. Typically, I usually eat breakfast because if I don't, I will not be able to focus. I won't be able to function. I was talking with a bunch of other kids. They say they don't eat breakfast in the morning typically, and that's shocking to me because isn't breakfast the most important meal of the day? So that got me thinking, do kids here at this school eat breakfast?
So I normally don't eat in the morning. I have 0 hours, so I come to school early with one of my friends to do a weightlifting class. And then I usually just take a yogurt or kind of a protein bar, but that's kind of it. I don't eat in the mornings.
Sometimes before school, I usually eat a bagel.
Okay, so for breakfast, I usually have a bowl of fruit and some toast.
I eat a bagel. It's very good.
That's going to wrap up another episode of Night's News.
I'm Michaela Zirong.
And I'm Julie Cheatham.
Have a great week,
North. It's okay. It's okay. We were doing so good yesterday. All right.
You know, I really should have known that that was what we were supposed to say.
It's like the screen was going slow, and I was like, I don't know what the next word is.
I love that I haven't clicked stop recording.
Oh,
What?